PPC's 5-year, $100 million plan to improve the structures of the country's energy sources and to accommodate the growing population is being seen throughout the island of Providenciales. They include the renewal of distribution poles and lines and non-visible underground expansion for the increase of hotels and resorts on the island. Channel 4 talked to two representatives from the utility corporation who further explained the company's plan to provide effective service. Brian Walsh, Vice President of Operation, tells more about the initiative.
I guess over the last few months, people, particularly in Providenciales, have seen a lot of construction going on, a lot of our line trucks in different areas. And currently we're doing major upgrades through Stammers Road, Blue Hills Road, and Leeward. And what we're doing exactly is we're replacing all of the poles and conductor with larger conductor and more robust poles to withstand hurricane sort of force winds, and also to meet the needs of increasing load here in Provo. So that'll be going on. It's probably costing close to $500,000 for those three projects.
That project will cost the utility company over $500,000, which will be at no cost to consumers.
For the past year, we've seen energy consumption go up by over 20%. I mean, that's a huge increase. So we're planning for those things, and that won't affect the customers' rates.
The biggest problem for the utility company is manpower.
There's so much work going on that we're having to bring in some contractors from outside to complete some of the projects. We've been lucky up to this point that the contractors have been available to us, but you know, other parts, most of these contractors have come down from Canada, from small utilities in Canada, but they're facing the same demands in parts of Canada as well, so it's becoming increasingly more difficult to get well-trained contractors down here to help us with some of this work. And this work, hopefully, in the next 2 or 3 years, we hope to get ahead of the demand for new customers coming on the system, and then we won't have the same requirement for the outside contractors.
Walsh said the company will face many transformations in the coming years, including building a new corporate office, a warehouse to house items and equipment, and the company is planning to reconstruct the distribution lines, poles, and wires. A budget has been set to $4 to $5 million a year to rebuild the electrical systems and an increase in generating capacity to accommodate the increase in usage of power throughout the islands. The mountain fuel prices also means consumers must beware of their consumption patterns.
With the world prices on fuel, it's beyond our control in terms of the fluctuating. But what we at PPC are doing is we're encouraging customers through energy conservation program that will be aired on newspapers and television in the upcoming weeks regarding energy conservation, which can help them reduce some of the high costs in their utility bills.
Robinson said a new technology has also been introduced in light of the modifications. He said over the next few months, consumers from the islands of North Caicos, Middle Caicos, and Providenciales will receive new AMR meters that provide automatic, more efficient energy readings that will be at no cost to consumers.